Hi guys, I have a very exciting video today. Today I'm going to share with you guys my top 5 fragrances at Julianna's Perfumes. Julianna's is a company that I have shared with you guys that sent me a bunch of samples so that I could smell them, so that I can pick my top 5. And I already had smelled other ones from ones that I've ordered, and because when you do order, they do send out free samples. So I have tried many perfumes, I think a big chunk of their inventory at this point. So out of all the ones I've tried, I picked my top 5 and I'm going to be sharing those with you guys. And there's also going to be a bundle available on their website where you can purchase all 5 of them. They also sponsored this video. I'm sure I'm supposed to tell you guys. Or YouTube, I don't know, I'm supposed to tell somebody. I'll definitely include it down below, or whatever it is I gotta do to let everybody know that this video is technically sponsored. But I still got to pick the fragrances. So nobody told me what to say, nobody told me what to do. I got to pick the fragrances, and there's a bundle if you're interested. Let's get into it. So in my opinion, these are the top 5 fragrances that they have to offer from what I've smelled. That's why I included them. So these are all inspired by scents, and to me these are the best inspirations. So of all these 5, I have smelled the original, every single one. I either have the original or I got a sample of it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Let me just show you guys. So the reason why I picked these is because when I'm looking for inspired by scents, I don't just look at how close it is to the original, but I also look at if the fragrance is just good on its own, like not even compared to the other one, just if it's a good fragrance that I'd want to wear. Because sometimes some of these inspirations, I feel like even though they smell like it, I still don't want it. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like a lesser version. And these I feel like just really, really hit the mark. I don't even know which one to talk about first because I kind of fell in love with all of them. I just fell in love with these. So the first one, I want to say they're all my favorite, but of course they're all my top 5. So I'm going to say they're all my favorite because they are. The first one is Fuchsia of Fair. And this is an inspired version of Parfum de Marly's Oriana, the one in the hot pink bottle. This has that same delicious, powdery, marshmallowy, slightly orange blossom, creamy vibe to it with a hint of raspberry, but the hint of raspberry just keeps it like a little bit youthful, because sometimes orange blossom can go a bit mature, and I just love the whole concoction. The marshmallows, the bit of berries with the floral notes make a beautiful, delicious concoction that doesn't go on the like too youthful marshmallowy side. They just really balance each other out, and I absolutely love that about it. And it has that same delicious, powdery, just amazing. This I like to wear in the fall, but I also think it layers beautifully with other lighter, airier fragrances to add some depth. And also it layers beautifully with any green tea scents. If you layer this with any green tea scents, you kind of get a vibe. You kind of get something like Princess by Kilian, because you got green tea and you got the marshmallowy vibes. So I love that. I love that. And then of course I had to include Inner Beauty Exclusif, which is a version, another powdery one, which is a version of Parfum de Marly Delina Exclusif, which I definitely cannot afford. I mean, I probably could, but I don't want to, because this smells amazing. Literally amazing. This smells so freaking expensive, luxurious, and bougie. To me, this is probably the best rose fragrance of all time. And it's probably because it's sweet and powdery, which I love powdery scents and I love sweet fragrances. So that to me it's a winner. It's the best rose perfume probably to ever exist, in my opinion. Something about that concoction and the mixture is almost intoxicating, because I don't know what it is about all of those together. It gives a bit of a boozy vibe, and it is almost intoxicating. What I really, really love about these, just so you guys know, is that none of these have any aroma chemicals that I can smell. None of these have any of those weird notes that sometimes are added to enhance fragrances. And I have smelled those aroma chemicals even in real Parfum de Marly, like there's a men's one called Leighton, I believe, and that one has aroma chemicals, and aroma chemicals just kind of ruin a fragrance for me. And obviously I picked all of these because none of those have that. So if you are sensitive to aroma chemicals, I personally don't smell them in any of these that I chose. There's nothing more disappointing to me than being super, super excited for the notes in a perfume and getting the perfume and then realizing that all I smell and all I can pick up is those aroma chemicals. So I feel like I'm pretty sensitive to that, and I definitely don't smell that in these. But anyways, moving on. Inner Beauty Exclusive, like to me, it just had to be in this bundle. It is, like I said, the best rose fragrance of all time. So it's in my top 5. What else do you guys think is in my top 5? You guys should try to guess. I want to say they're all my favorite. I was going to say it again. Ah, this smells so good. This is Beautiful Bella, which is a version of Dama Bianca by Xerjoff as well. I literally recently smelled the real one of this, and I was instantly in love. To me, this smells like the shampoo-y perfume that a rich lady would wear, because it's not youthful and fruity kind of. It's not the youthful fruity. It's just like a rich lady fruity perfume. If a rich lady could smell shampoo-y, that kumquat that's in the opening, it's like an exotic smell. There's something so exotic, but also casual about it. It's exotic, casual, bougie. Is that a thing? It's so delicious. It's kind of powdery and kind of creamy and kind of fruity, all mixed into one. It almost smells like a smoothie, like a kumquat smoothie. But there's just a hint of freshness also. And that freshness kind of gives it that shampoo-y vibe. Like, it literally smells like a fruit yummy shampoo-y smoothie. Because there's something so creamy, almost milky about it. And I'm so excited to have this. I'm probably going to get the full bottle of this simply because I would never get the original, because I wouldn't pay $200-300 to smell like, I probably wouldn't pay $200-300 for anything at this point. Like, I just don't think it's worth it. Not when this is available. And I just, no, there's no way. Oh, there's a little bit of like, I think it's citrus in the opening, probably bergamot, or, oh my gosh. This is almost addicting. Almost addicting. This is one of those ones, I'm not saying that it smells like Kayali Pistachio Yum or anything like that, but it kind of feels like one of those kind of indescribable, but you just want to wear it, addicting type of fragrances. Next, I had to include this. I know you guys are going to be annoyed with me. I know you guys are going to be annoyed. I'm sorry if you are. It's Aurora, which is the version of Baccarat Rouge. But this is the best version of it that I've ever smelled. To me, because I got a sample of this like maybe a couple of years ago of the Aurora, and when I sprayed it, for some reason it smelled a little bit more caramelized sugar than any other version of it that I had smelled before. It just gave me like a little bit of sweeter vibe, and it lasts and lasts on clothes. I want to say it outlasts the real thing. I have a little mini of the real thing of Baccarat Rouge, and I swear I felt like I had to use less of this to get the same amount, and I feel like it lasted a little bit longer on my clothes. So I just had to include it because to me this is the best Baccarat Rouge version, and I also feel like this layers well with pretty much anything. This and the Inner Beauty Exclusive is probably one of the most amazing combinations of all time, like the classiest, dreamiest, most elegant concoction. I feel like if you smell like Baccarat Rouge and Delina Exclusive, you just smell like the wealthiest person. It smells like wealth. That's all I can say. And I'm not even like big on smelling like wealth. I don't need to smell like wealth. But if I ever want to, if I'm wearing a gown, this is what I would be wearing. This is also what my cousin's wife wore to her wedding, because I showed her these perfumes and she wore combinations of these two. And I can see why. I can see why she literally smelled like the most beautiful bride of all time. Okay, lastly, I want to say it's my favorite, but they're all my favorite. It's Sicilian Sweetheart, which is a dupe for Lira. And I'm going to be 100% honest. Nobody's telling me to say this. This smells slightly better than Lira. The reason is because this is creamy and powdery, but it doesn't have this like incense that I smell at the base of Lira. Sometimes in the real Lira, I get this kind of incensey vibe that I'm not loving, and I lose some of the sweetness once you wear it. And I didn't find that to be the case with this one. I have tried other inspirations of Lira, and I actually got rid of another one that I tried because the citrus was too citrusy, and I let it sit for even over a year, you know, the ones that need to macerate, and it just was very like lemon zest, and it was missing some of the caramel and the sweetness, and this one's not. This one has the caramel, the sweetness, the powderiness, the deliciousness. It has it all. To me, this smells slightly more gourmand. That's really what it is. All of these are inspired by $300 to $400 perfumes. And to me, if you're going to get like an inspired scent, honestly, a lot of the times I prefer to get the real thing. I don't really go and look for inspirations of designer perfumes or things like that, because I feel like you might as well splurge, get the really pretty bottle if you can, and just have the real thing versus a lesser version of it. But in this case, I don't think that any of these are a lesser version, and I also think that the real one is just so expensive that it's genuinely not worth the money. It's not worth it to me, at least. If you bought the real ones of these, if you bought the real travel sizes of these, you would probably spend around $250 to get travel sizes of all these perfumes. I think you can get this whole bundle for like 40% off right now. I kind of like the whole idea of having these and just the travel spray. I really want to get the full size of some of these, but because I don't go through as much perfume, I feel like having just the travel is more than enough, especially because some of these smell so elegant. Well, the Exclusif, that is not something I'm wearing on a regular basis, and I feel like that's enough for me, like just the travel size bottle. And if I ever finish them, then I'll get the big one. As of right now, I know that you can get this bundle for like 40% off for about 30 days after I post this video, which is an amazing deal. In case you're interested, I actually don't make any money off of it. I wish that I did. But if you're interested, it will be available. I will link it down below. I also think that they have another sale going on. I think there's a spring sale and there's a code. I'll insert it in the screen and I'll put it down below. I think it's like spring 10 or something like that. So I'll put that down there for you guys. Like I said, I actually don't make any money, so it will not be an affiliate link. So you definitely don't feel any pressure to get these, but if you're interested, it'd be cool if you got them. In my opinion, these are the best that Julianna has, in my opinion. And I think you can also make custom bundles of your own thing as well. So, but these are 40% off if you get this bundle, and I think it's literally an amazing deal. If you guys are interested, check it out, but no pressure. You do what you gotta do. I am for sure going to be wearing this Dama Bianca version this whole spring and summer. So delicious. Is there also like some spice? Oh my gosh. Okay, shut up. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Everything will be linked down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you guys for being here and always supporting my channel. I will talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye.